12 o'clock on a Wednesday, and this is the Wizard Product Review. I'm Dave.
And I'm Sean.
That'll do. On this week's show, first of all, we've got Stephen Bargatze's I Hate Card Tricks.
Let's not do that.
All right.
So next up, we've got Coin Ben.
Seriously, why don't you want to do it? Come on.
What?
You're deviating from the script now.
I have deviated.
What's the point of rehearsals?
This. We don't start. It's boring.
Really?
It's the world's most boring card trick. You know when you first get into
That's
magic.
what they love.
That's what they love.
That's why they go to the Warwick.
I mean, if you'd have seen this already, you'd be bored. Right. Do you know how trick you wrote down 3 rows of 7, the 21 card trick? It's like that, but more boring.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible. I'll show you what I mean. Has anybody heard of the Gilbraith principle?
Yeah.
You have?
Yep.
Well,
Have you really? Do you know what that is? Right, okay. What is it? What is it?
I thought it was made up for this trick.
No, it's something to do.
Can I say before you do the trick?
With because then it's
Better not
exposure.
say.
It's
No exposure.
Well, you're right, it's that thing. But anyway, let's deviate from that because I need to give the cards a fair
It is
shuffle.
that thing? They do this move
They
like
do.
this?
They do that. They
That's
do.
the move.
Right. Having said that, I'm going to give the cards a fair shuffle.
Okay.
Stop it.
People are going to Wikipedia that. We might have to blank that out now.
Blank what out?
The Gil, whatever he said, but we'll not say it again.
He says that in the
It's
trailer.
giving it away. Oh, right, okay. That's
It's
fine.
fine.
That's fine.
They've done
All
that.
right,
So,
yeah, okay.
so we've got a pack of cards. We've shuffled them. And David, come up here and help me give David a big round of applause. Like you've never seen him before. Here we go. Don't break the set. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you, David, to think of any random playing card. Make sure it's nothing obvious like an ace, because then you'll go home. You'll say, oh, I wish I'd have chosen the 2 because the ace is such an obvious card. But now you're not going to think of the 2 either, are you? Because you're going to think, oh, you might think of the ace again to try and trick me. But who knows? Right, pack of cards here. Stop laughing. It's you that's putting me off. Right now, what's going to happen is I'm going to, in a boring card trick, what's the first thing a magician must do?
Cut the card.
He must cut the cards. That's right.
Well, that's not boring. That's just like what you do, isn't it?
Depends how you do it.
All right, okay.
I'm going to do it like this.
That is boring.
That is
That's
pretty
boring, isn't it? That's what you'd agree. That's boring. Now, what's going to happen is I am now going to turn my back. David, if you thought of a black card, you put the pack over there like that. If you thought of a red card, you put the pack over there like that. Got it?
Got it.
Perfect. Now, when I turn back, you might think I'll know whether you thought of red or black by the positioning of these individual piles. So to make sure that's not the case, you push all the cards forward into one pile into the middle of the pile like that. When you've done that, you clap your hands twice. Then I'll look back. Okay?
It's not boring so far.
I think it's quite exciting.
It's quite exciting, yeah.
Well, no, you do that. Clap
Do a
your hands
drum
twice.
roll.
No, I don't know why you have to clap your hands twice, but Stephen says that's what you've got to do on the DVD, so that's what we're going to do tonight.
Okay.
Perfect. You both clap then.
We did, yeah.
I nearly didn't turn back.
told David
I
to
didn't.
clap twice.
Perfect. Magic and comedy. Right. You thought of one card.
Yeah.
What's your favourite colour?
Blue.
It's not funny.
It's boring.
It is boring. Right. Now, put these down. Here. We've cut the cards once. It's a boring card trick. Guess what we're going to do now?
Cut the cards.
We're going to cut the cards again. Yes. Just like this. It's not funny. It's boring. Now, I'm going to turn my back. If you thought the card was a club or a diamond, you go like this. If you thought it was a heart or a spade, you go like this. You put the cards back in the middle of the pack, you clap your hands twice, I'll turn back. Hang on, that was 4 claps. I've got to wait until you do it twice. Perfect. Now, told you it's not funny. Now, what do you wear at weekends? Ladies' underwear, great. Okay, now, wonderful. Yeah, so does John. You know that. He does it. Seriously. Right, now, what's going to happen? We've cut the cards, and then we cut the cards again. Guess what we're going to do next?
Cut the cards again.
No, we're going to count them. No.
I just realised I hate card tricks.
Yes. That's funny, that is, because that's the name of the DVD.
Is it?
Anyway. Okay, now, you're going to count down cards. If you're thinking of a 2, you're going to count down 1, 2 cards like this. Do it very quietly, because I might just listen to how many cards you're counting down. Okay? If you're thinking of a 10, guess how many you do?
10.
10, yes, he's good at this. Just keep counting down until you get to your number. Okay? Then you've done that, you just drop these cards on top like that, you clap your hands twice, I'll look back, we get on with the boring card trick. I know this one. I'm nervous again. Now, David, you've cut the cards and you've cut the cards again, you've counted down the cards. Guess what you're going to do now?
Spell a card.
No, count them again, David! Yes, you're going to keep dealing down cards like this. When you suddenly get the urge to stop, you just stop, but you don't stop for long. Because when you put that card down, you then deal a few more. And then you stop for one final time. You put that down, then you take the next one. Okay? You then place that one just there like this. You put the rest of the cards over here like that. You clap your hands twice. I look back. We'll get on with the rest of the trick. Capiche?
Fish.
Go for it. Tonight. Perfect! Wonderful. Right. Wonderful. Right. It's not funny. Now, at the beginning of the trick, guess what we're going to do next?
Cut the cards again.
No, God, no. Right. Now, let's recap what happened. Imagine if it went wrong now. Hey, just imagine, it could happen. It could happen. I wasn't paying attention again. Now, at the beginning of this trick, you merely thought of a card. Yes. You then cut the cards, you counted the cards, you made all the decisions as we went along this trick. You're merely thinking of one card in a loud, prestigious voice. What was the name of the card that you merely thought of?
The 4 of clubs.
The 4 of clubs. And we have, you dealt down to one card just here. The card that you picked, the 4 of clubs. Woo! And not only that, I knew it was the 4 of clubs at the beginning because there is no other cards in the pack. And that is magic. Woo! I don't even know how it happened.
It's not even boring.
It's not even boring. Was it boring? Was it boring?
Don't sit back down.
Give David, there he goes, David. Right.
Now, I've got to tell you, Sean's been practicing this all day, and we've had people come in from like different people, the postman and that kind of thing, the delivery guys, and you've done this on people. It absolutely
it fries them.
It blows them away.
Well, even David Sangwell that works here.
Yeah.
I show you who sees all the magic products coming. I showed him this earlier on today, and what did you think, David?
I hadn't got a clue how you did it.
There we go.
And the visual at the end of the completely blank deck,
and
they're thinking of a card, and you lead them down this path of what's going on, and then at the end of it, it's this one card. Stephen, Palmer Magic have got Stephen to release this, and Stephen's been using this in kind of like an underground way. He was doing it at 4F's convention and fooling some very notable magicians, and it is his magician fooler. It is. And it's the trick that he shows the guys at the end of the convention, and he's kind of got all the comedy, which actually plays well, the comedy for magicians, but actually laymen don't find it boring. They think it's funny.
They do think it's funny, but here's my I went through a whole process when I watched this DVD.
Yeah.
Because I watched the trailer first, and I saw Stephen Bargatze's name on it, and I thought, wow, this is going to be hilarious, because that's what I want. If I buy something with him, that's what I want. And I watched it, and I went, oh, this is a boring card trick.
When he was doing it,
I was like, oh, this is a boring card trick. And then I was like, the ending's strong, it's a strong visual. And I didn't get it. And then once I'd performed it, I got it.
Started to do it on people.
And the reason I got it is because when a lay person is thinking about a card trick themselves, that's what they think of as a card trick. If they're learning a trick from a book or the internet or whatever, the book's going, count down 3 cards, then cut the pile into 2, put 3 to the bottom, turn 1 over.
And if
blah,
they
blah,
are
blah,
thinking,
blah, blah.
if they're thinking
and you're
like
leading,
that,
you're leading them down that path of, here is the type of card trick that you guys know. And they're getting sucked in. It's like Steven said on the DVD. They get so far down this path that it's impossible for them to climb back up out of it, right? So, and then at the end, where you turn over their card, then it's like, oh, well, how'd they do that? And then the kicker, that's the only card in the pack. It's phenomenally strong.
Like, I performed Blizzard for years.
Yeah.
Dean Dale's Blizzard, and the effect at the end has such a strong effect on people. The fact that you've got one card, the only card they thought of, and it's quite actually easy to perform. There's no difficult sleight of hand to do, is there, or anything like that?
Sleight of hand in this.
And everything is completely examinable at the end. I mean, seeing you do it today, and the guy was just like, what? And he's looking through the cards, and he just can't believe it, because the cards never leave your sight. It is such a strong effect. It's such a strong visual. I don't think you could do it as part of your number one set, but
I tell you, when you do
a pipe
this,
and slippers moment at the end of the gig.
Not necessarily even pipe and slips. It's that. I do this as a spoof. If somebody said, "Can you teach me a trick?" I'd say, "Have you seen that one where they cut the piles?" On the internet,
Yeah.
the trick where they cut the
And
piles.
everybody does know
and
that
everybody
one.
go, "Oh yeah, I think I know that one. I've seen something where they cut the piles on the internet." Well, I'll show you that now, and you kind of just do it. It works every time.
Yeah.
Then I'd go into that because they'd expect that sort of thing. Then
The visual is incredible. Even when you know how it's done, it's actually quite shocking when one card gets turned over and you see all the rest of the deck blank. That's shocking. Look, I love this. We're actually, how much are you going to give it as a percentage?
98%.
I'm giving it 96%. We are actually giving this Worker of the Week. Worker of the Week comes with a great DVD, very, very well produced by Palmer Magic.